right, welcome everybody, and thank you for joining us for the Delray Beach Public Library's Technology Training and Innovation Lab webinar series. Before we begin, take a moment to mute your microphones and familiarize yourselves with the chat window. Please type any questions you have during the presentation in the chat. We will try to answer as many as possible either during or immediately following the presentation. Our presenter today is Ben Kahn, Instruction and Innovation Librarian here at the library. Ben has a master's degree in Library and Information Science, a bachelor's degree in Music and Mathematics, as well as a graduate certificate in Geospatial Analysis. He's a certified Adobe education trainer, a former trombonist and musical director for Royal Caribbean Cruise Lines, and has a growing body of artistic projects including musical compositions, logo designs, podcast editing work, and video productions. Here at the library, he has played a key role in the development of the Technology Training and Innovation Lab, as well as our DIY recording studio, partnering with local community organizations such as Bound for College, KOP Mentoring Network, and the Milagro Teen Center. Today, we'll be looking at how to use Wix to design a personal website to be used as a portfolio or online resume. I'll now hand the presentation over to Ben to let him explain the agenda for today.
All right, thanks, Craig. All right, welcome everybody. Hope everyone can hear me. As Craig mentioned, we're going to be talking today about creating your own personal websites or online portfolios using an online service called Wix. To give you a little rundown of the agenda for today, I'll be showing you how to create a Wix account. We'll take a look at the difference between the Wix ADI versus using a template in Wix. ADI stands for Artificial Design Intelligence. So Wix claims they can use AI to design a website for you, which is kind of cool. And it's a neat way to get started really quickly. And I'll show you how it works. But however, the bulk of today, I do myself prefer using a template, and so I'm going to show you how to go about choosing one. I'll then talk about using the Wix editor to create pages and add elements to those pages. I'll show you how to upload your portfolio assets to add to your website. We'll look at customizing your portfolio, playing around with styles and things like that. And then finally, I'll show you how easy it is to publish your page to the web once you've got it ready. Before we get started, I do have a little poll to send out to everyone just about your experience with web design and if you've used Wix before. Let me go ahead and send that. This is completely anonymous, so here it goes. All right, looks like we've got everybody's responses. All right, so we've got about half of those who, have never tried web design at all, and that's cool. We've got one who's tried it and got frustrated, and one who's created their own full website. Most people in the group have not used Wix before, so that's great. I mean, this class is intended to be introductory. There's no coding or anything required for this one, so hopefully everyone will get a feel for how easy it is to create a site with Wix and then go to use it for your own professional development. Okay, close that. All right, so let's go ahead and jump right in. I'm going to share my screen. And I will take us over to Wix.com. Okay. Here. So to create your account with Wix, you want to go to Wix.com and click Get Started. Creating an account, all I need from you basically is an email, and you'll create a password. If you prefer, you can also create your login for Wix using your login credentials for Facebook, for Google, or with Apple. If you just prefer to create it, use your email and create a password, then you can go ahead and do that. And, oh, I'm sorry, I'm on the login page. So actually, I wanted to show you the sign up page. So sign up page, looks a lot like the login page. The only difference is they'll have you enter the email twice and type the password twice. And again, that's just to confirm that you typed what you meant to type. Okay, it's like that. Second time. Here's my password. I'll type it again. And once you've done that, then you'll click sign up. Now, I've actually already created this account, so I don't need to click the sign up button. When you do, Wix should automatically send an email to your email account asking you to confirm that you wanted to sign up. So you'll check your email after that and then proceed to the login page. When you go to log in to Wix, again, you'll just need that email and password. And then click log in. And that will take you to your My Sites page. Now, I've got a couple other sites that I've created to give everybody an idea of what we're shooting for today. I'm going to open up this little portfolio that I've created for myself. And go to preview site just to show you what it looks like. Okay, so I've created a basic portfolio here that lists or shows different projects that I've worked on, either graphic design, some videos that I've made for the library here. This is a lower third that I did in Photoshop. And it's got my social links down at the bottom. I've also got a couple of extra pages, one for a traditional resume, one that's just a short bio, and then a contact page as well. So today's class, I'm going to be showing you how I put this together, and that way you can do the same. To go back, let me get out of this. And okay, go back to my sites. And now I'm going to create a new site. To do that, you just need to go up to this little plus button here, click the button to create new site. And it'll ask you what kind of website you want to create. They've got lots of different options. It doesn't have to be limited to portfolios and CVs, but they do have a special category for that. So I'm going to click on that one. And here is where they give the option to either create your website with the editor using a template, or let the Wix ADI try to create the website for you. And all you have to do here for the ADI is to click Start Now and answer a few questions. So you want to type either what kind of site do you want to make again. So again, I'm looking for a portfolio, and they've already got that in the suggestions here, so I'm going to click that. And I'll just go with a general portfolio. Okay, once you've got that, you click Next down at the bottom here. So again, the little blue button in the bottom right. Next, they're going to ask you what features you want in your website. So do you want a chat box to be able to chat with people? Do you want to make it interactive? Do you want to create an online store, or take bookings? If you don't want any of that and you just want a web page to display your portfolio projects, you could do it without any of these. One way to showcase what's in your portfolio, particularly if you decide you're going to update it regularly and maybe want people to interact with it, a blog could be an effective way of setting up a portfolio. But again, you can pick and choose what you want there. I'm going to go ahead and add a blog. I'll put in a bookings page too, because we do take bookings for those who want to have a 30-minute one-on-one session for our classes. And I'm going to click next. Here they want my full name. And I'll click next. Here they give you the option, if you've got a web presence on other sites like either Facebook, or if you have another website already, if you've got a GitHub account, any of those, you can add those in here, and Wix will try to pull content from those places to design your site for you. I'll just leave that blank for now and click next. Here, if you have a logo, you can add a logo. They also give you the option to add in contact information. Again, I don't need to do that right now because I don't want anything personally identifying yet. If you want to add, here's where you can add links to your social accounts. So things like Facebook or LinkedIn or Twitter, Instagram, all of those can go there, and they will automatically add that in for you. Once you've done that, click next. They're going to ask you to pick a theme that you like. So they only give you a couple choices, but I'm going to go ahead and go with the minimalist theme here. Click continue. And finally, they want you to pick your favorite homepage design. So they give me three different choices to choose from here. I'll go with this one in the middle. And now they are starting to create that site for me. This usually does take a few minutes because it's going to go through its AI algorithms, but and then once it's done, I have a ready-made template for my website. Again, this is a great way to get started if you don't want to spend the time sort of window shopping for a template that you want to use to create your site. However, if you get done through all this and decide, that's not exactly what I wanted, or you have a clearer idea of what you might want in your site, then the other option is to go with the template. And again, you can see they've created additional pages for the blog and for booking online as well. And let's see. So again, like I said, I didn't want to get too far into the ADI, but the process is going to be the same. Once you've created a template or gone through the ADI to create your template, then you'll get into the Wix editor, which is where you do the bulk of the work to add your own content and make the site look like your own. So I'm going to go ahead and close that out for now, and now show you the other option, which is to go and find a template that you'd like to use for your website. And again, the process starts out the same. You click Create New Site. You tell it what kind of website you want to create. And this time instead, we'll go to Choose a Template. And again, since I told it portfolio and CV website templates, it's going to filter the templates that it shows me by that request. And you can preview each of these by clicking on View. And generally what you want to look for is not so much the content, but the structure and overall style of the template, because you're going to replace this with your own images, your own text, your own videos, and other things if you want. But this one in particular was set up sort of as a creative online resume. It's designed so that he's got links to his About Me page, some information about a studio, his experience. These are things that you would put on your traditional resume, but organized now into a more creative online format. Let's see if we go back. Let's take a look at another one. I actually started using Wix when I was doing my master's in library science. As part of our final project for the degree, they wanted us to create a portfolio like this that showcased everything we did for the degree and proved that we had met the requirements for the degree. So I think the one that I actually used for that was this scientist site here. It's, and again, I'm not a scientist, but this turned out to be a good template, especially for an academic setting. This is geared towards someone who has done publications or, done a lot of writing. So again, I adapted this again with my own background, my own photo. If I take a look at the publications, it's just basically a list. And, any of these elements that exist in the template, you can fairly easily take out. And we'll show you how to do that in the editor later. But getting back to that. The one that I used for the creative portfolio that I showed you earlier is actually this one here that actually says creative portfolio on it. And take a look at that one real quick. Again, it starts you off with one of the Wix Pro Galleries. You've got your heading up top. It just starts you off with a home page, so additional pages I had to add in, and I'm going to show you how to do that. Once you've chosen a template that you want to work with, you go ahead and click this button up top that says Edit this site. And that will take you into the Wix website editor. Okay. So again, to give you a little tour here, the most general tabs that you'll want to play around with are these icons over here. The Menus and Pages tab. This is used to navigate between the different pages of your site and also add pages. So I'm going to start off here. In addition to my home page that I'm going to use as the main portfolio, I'll go ahead and add one for my resume. And another one for my bio. And another one for a contact page. Click done, and you can see it's already added all three of those to the navigation bar up here. And if I want to navigate to any of those pages, I'll have to go to my site menu, the pages menu rather, and I can click to go back to my home page. I can look at what the resume page looks like. Right now it's blank. Similar for bio and contact. But that's important to know because, a lot of people, when they're working in the Wix editor for the first time, they want to just click on the links in the navigation bar to take them to those sites, and it doesn't work that way because the site's not live. You're looking at it from an editing perspective. Once you go to either preview mode or to publish your site, those links will work and they will go to the various pages. But for right now, let me go ahead and start editing the home page here. All of the different elements in Wix, you can see as you sort of highlight over them with your mouse. If I go over this text box up here in my header, I can go ahead and get rid of Thomas here and put my own name in. And let's see, if I click on the header itself, I can expand how long I want this to go by using this little stretch handle here. So I can decide how wide I want my header to be. As for the text, if I click on Edit Text, that should give me a list of options for how large I want the font size, what font I want to use. Let's see. All right, and let's see, IMD instruction and annotation. And I'm going to extend the box out a little bit so it looks better. Go out to a new line and the Delray Beach Public Library. So if I highlight the text here. Okay, there's my fonts again. All right. And I want to look for one. Impact, that was the one I used earlier. I kind of like that one. So I'll go ahead and make this part just a little bigger. So I'll highlight that part of the text and increase the size on it some. And this here has gotten actually a little too long, so I'll back that up a little bit. Okay, and now let's look at some of the other elements. This right here is a slide deck. So this one is kind of a rolling gallery that will show everything that I have down in this section that contains my Wix Pro Gallery. So let's see. Okay, so here I can change images, but before that, let me go over some of these other menu icons over here. The second one down is actually if you want to include a background image. They have several provided for you, or if you want to upload your own image, you can do that as well. Click on one of the buttons here, and that should take you, to the page where you can upload media. We'll get into that more in a little bit because I want to show everybody how to just go to an upload media section where you can take in your assets. But just to show you, what a background might look like, you have a selection between either a static image, or you can also use a video as your background. Now the video won't play in the editor mode, but if I want to preview what that looks like, again, I can just go real quick up to the preview button here at the top. And so that's what my background would look like on the web. Okay, click back to the editor here. And all right, let me go ahead and show you how to upload content, because that's really, the first thing I like to do, after I've got my pages in order, is get my creative assets and projects into the site. To do that, I like to go down to the media icon here and click on Upload. And from there, you can either upload from the computer, you can import things from a Google Drive, from Facebook and Instagram. I still keep most of my files on the computer, so I'm going to upload from the computer by clicking this button here. And I've got a file titled Wix Portfolios that has all of my site files in it. So I'm going to go ahead and click on a couple of these to upload. If you do a control click or command click if you're on a Mac, then you could select multiples. And I'll click choose, and that will work on uploading those for me. And again, this may take a few minutes just because it has to send it over the net. But once they are uploaded, they should appear in your uploaded media. And then I'm going to go ahead and close this out while the rest of them are uploading. Before doing the slide deck gallery, I can go down to this Wix Pro Gallery down here, and I should be able to manage the media that I want in there. So again, I'll click on the gallery, click on Manage Media, and something went wrong. Okay, let's try again. Okay, there it is. All right, and I'm not seeing my content yet, so I'm going to go to Add Media and click on Image. See if I can do it this way. Okay, there are my site files. Okay, so I need to add them to my gallery. So I'm going to click on these two that have already imported. Again, Command click or Control click if you want to select more than one. I'm going to click Add to Page. And then those are imported into my gallery there. So I can go ahead and delete the ones that they put in there originally for me, because I didn't create these and I don't really need them on my portfolio site. So I'm going to get rid of those. And let's see if any more have downloaded so that I can put them into this. I'm still waiting on those. Let's click done there. Okay, and you can see that's updated for me. I'm going to expand this a little bit so I can see everything a little better. And let's see if I can try this with my slide deck. Again, if I click on Change Images, okay, let's go back to Add Images again. And click on each of those to add them to the slide deck. And I'll delete that. Click Done. Okay, I actually don't like this little text box that they've got running across there. So I'm going to go ahead and just select that and hit the delete key. And that gets rid of that element for me. And it's still got the text box there too. So I'll select the text and hit delete. And now that's gone and I can see my slide deck a little better. Just to give you an idea what the slide deck does, if I click preview again, this is going to kind of animate between the items that I have in the slide deck after about 5 seconds or so. Okay, so that's what that does. Let me go back to my media and see if anything else is downloaded yet, or uploaded rather. Okay. All right, so it's still just got those two. I'm not sure what happened to the other uploads, and maybe because I exited out too quickly. So let me try that again. I'll upload from my computer. And cut that one already. Let's do this one. That one. And that one. And this time I'll give it a moment so that it can finish uploading some of those. If anybody else has happened to bring along some of their creative work today and wants to try this, again, we're in the media panel and all you have to do is click that upload button and then select the items that you want to use in your site. All right, so that last file is a video and is rather large, so I think we're just going to skip that one for now. And go back to my page here. And back in my Wix Pro Gallery, I'll again go to Manage Media. and add more media. So the ones I haven't added yet, and I'll select those, click Add to Page. In the gallery, you also have the option of adding a title and description to each of your projects, which is a good practice, especially if you've got a potential employer or somebody looking at this, they're going to want to know about your projects too. So let's see if I select that one there. There it is. Click on Add Title, and this is a CD cover that I designed for a Photoshop certification class. And if you want to store this somewhere other than your gallery, you can also include a link to it. If you wanted to have this project take up an entire page, you could make a page for it and then link to that page. Otherwise, if you have your media and other things stored on a different site, you can use this to link when somebody clicks on your asset. Otherwise, when you click on each of the projects, it should bring up that description and give you a zoomed in view of what you're looking at. Go ahead and add descriptions for a few more of these. In any case, I think you get the idea with creating titles and adding descriptions, and you can do that for your own. Once you've done that, you can click Done. And let's see, I want to format this a little bit because I still can't quite see all of my projects clearly. So let's see if I can go into Settings and lay this out a little better. If I go into Settings on the Wix Pro Gallery and click Layout, what does that give me? Okay, so it gives me a couple different options here. I can go with a straight grid. I can have it do a sort of masonry collage. Actually, I kind of like that. And there are other things you can take a look at. Let's see what bricks looks like. Sorry, but it kind of squeezes that one a little too much. I like the masonry one. Let's stick with that for now. Other settings. Let's see. So here you can set what it does when you click on an item in the gallery. So this one will open it in expand mode, which, like I said, shows you all of the details about it. You can decide whether or not you want your site viewers to be able to download the content, and whether you want to enable sharing via social media. It also comes with a counter for showing the number of likes, and I think also if somebody wants to share it, there's an option for that too. Let's see, if I go into preview, it should show that. Yeah, so when I hover over an image, not only can you see the title and description that I put on it, but there's also that little like icon that'll show how many times someone liked it, and a forward or sharing icon. So again, if you don't want those features and want to turn them off, again, that was in the settings menu on the Wix Pro Gallery. And going into settings, and you can just turn those off. Here they have more options for the design. So this is concerning the overlays for each of the items. So, what happens when you hover over them? They get this sort of grayed out overlay with the title and description. And again, you can play with the parameters to change them there. To format the text, you have that option. And then also the item style. So Let's see, if I were to play around with that, determines the size of the border around each of my items. If I want to change the corner radius to give it a more rounded look, I can do that. It's actually kind of nice. And that is the design options for the Wix Pro Gallery. So under the advanced settings, this again, decides what the videos do. If you upload a video to the Wix Pro Gallery, if this setting is on, then once you hover over it, the video will start playing. And I think that we've gone over enough on the menus for the Wix Pro Gallery. The next one that I want to touch on a little bit is this add menu here. If you don't like the Wix Pro Gallery or want something different for your portfolio, a different way of showing the work that you've done, you might consider a list or some kind of other, there are boxes, there are strips, there are lots of different ways that you can design your site. And adding one of these to your pages, is just as simple as finding the one you're looking for and clicking to add it. Let me go to a different page to do this. Let me go over to my bio page. And what can I add here? Let's add one of these strips. Just add this little About Us strip. And you'll want to click and drag it onto the page. And I'll go ahead and line that up at the top there. And right here, I can go ahead and switch this out with my own photo. And go ahead and, change column background. I'll select an image, and I'm going to upload media again from my computer. And I've got a little headshot in here somewhere. There's my Wix portfolios. There's the photo. Choose that. And I've got to wait for it to upload. So it's only 53 kilobytes, so it shouldn't take too long. And once I've got it selected, I'll go ahead and change background. And why did it give me 3 of them? All right, let me go to Manage Columns. No, you know what? I don't like that at all. So I'm going to go ahead and click on my column and my strip here, delete that. And let's add something else. All right, you know what? I'm just going to go ahead and add an image. So I'm going to click on Image, my uploads. Okay, my image uploads. And there I am again. Let me go ahead and add this photo to the page. That way I can configure it just how I want it. So I'm going to just place that photo there. I can also go back to my add menu and add in a text box, which is what I wanted in the first place. Let me go ahead and add a paragraph. And let's see what style I want here. Let's do here. There's my text box. I kind of put that in place there. And then click to expand it a bit. And I also have, get back to my desktop. I have a bio that's already been written, so I don't have to type it out. There it is. I'm going to go ahead and copy and paste that. So Command C or Control C if you're on a PC. double click to edit the text. I'm going to delete what's there, and then do a Command V or Control V. And there I have my bio. So now my bio page is all set. It's got my picture on it. And let's go back to some of the other pages. So I can do something similar for my resume. All right, I'm going to go ahead and go back to my sites and steal this from the finished portfolio. So again, all I did was copy and paste the text from my resume into a text box in Wix. So again, Command C, go back to the one that I was working on, go back to add a text box. Again, paragraph will be fine. I can use the same one that I did before for my bio. Again, I want to resize this a little bit so that it's viewable. I'm going to go ahead and fit it to the page here. And double click to edit the text, do a Command V. And there's my resume information. Now the contact page, all we have to do for that is navigate to the contact page, and then again in the add menu, there is a section for contact and forms. So I'm going to choose to add this one right here. Again, I can just click and drag that onto my page. Can resize this how I want it. Let's center it a little bit. And again, to customize this, you can go into, once you've got it clicked on, you can go into form settings. If you want to add or remove the fields, if you want to add a field, you have to go to add new field over here. So again, this shows me all of the different fields that I can add to my form here. If I don't even need all that information, let's see if I can get rid of the address here. So I don't need to know everyone's address who comes and visits my site. Okay, that is the one I have to get rid of. All right, I can move this around. And again, other things on the form settings you can look at. The submit message is the message that's sent to your visitors once they've filled out the form and click submit. It shows down here, but it won't show once you do the actual published mode or preview mode. If you want to edit the text to that, you can say something a little bit more appropriate. Say, thank you for submitting. I will reach out to you shortly. Okay, so that gives you an idea on creating a contact page. Let me go back to my home page. I'm actually going to rename this as well on the menus page, or rather the page's menu. You have the option on each of these to rename the page. I'm just going to call this my portfolio. And click done. And let's see if I can fix my slide deck here. Because I think we just had the 2 images in there. So let me go ahead and add the other 2. So that was that one and that one. Add that to the gallery as well. Click done. All right, so I formatted my header here. I've got my portfolio. I kind of don't like this read my work. I'm going to edit that. That's actually the box behind it that I don't like. So the container box here, I'm going to change the design. I just don't like the color really. Let's go with this one here. So I might even change the text here and say, double click and type portfolio. Pull this out so I can see the whole word, and I'm going to change the size on my container as well. And I like that better than the red that we had before. Down at the bottom is a footer. If I want to change that, I can again replace Thomas here. I'll go ahead and just erase the picture since I have my picture on my bio page. I have a contact page, so I don't need all this either. I'll keep the copyright, and you can adjust the text for the copyright by again clicking and copyright 2023. That's not right either. All right. Do copyright by myself, and this is 2020. Social bar, if you want to set up your social media links, then you can choose different icons to use. They have all the ones for Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and more, coming in a variety of styles to choose from too. So if you don't like the styles that's there, you can choose a different style for your icons. In the interest of time, I'm going to keep the ones that are there. And then once you click on them, you can click on the link over here to change the link so that it actually goes to your Facebook page rather than just facebook.com/Wix. You'll want to look up the link for your Facebook page. Let me go ahead and do that. Okay, and let's see, if I click on my Facebook homepage here, it should give me the address up here. And I can just copy that, doing Control-C, and then go back to my website editor and paste that link in. Click Done. And now if I preview my site, I get to see it all kind of come together. There's my heading, there's my moving background. This is scrolling through. I've got my portfolio images. If I click on one of those, I see the enlarged view with the description. X out of that, takes me back. Here, if I were to click on the Facebook link here, it should take me right to my Facebook page, and there I am. If I click on the links up at the top in my navigator, there's my resume. There's my bio. And my contact page. All right, so I think that about covers us for today. I'm going to go ahead and stop sharing my screen and see if anybody has any questions for today. We will be posting the recording of the video in about a day or two. Just check back on the registration page that you found on the Delray Beach Public Library website. It'll also be on our YouTube page. And do we have some questions?
Hi, this is Melissa. If I may, just a quick question. I had happened to have turned my head at the time where you brought in the contact page. What section was that in for me to do that on my web page? I missed it.
Yeah, that's on the add menu. So the one that looks like a little plus sign on the far left.
Okay, fabulous. Thank you.
Yeah,
great job. Thank you.
That's the default menu. Anything that you need to add to your site, look for the add menu.
Add menu. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Thank you.
If that doesn't have what you want, then the menu immediately below it is sort of their third-party plugins site.
Okay.
So there is the capability to add third-party plugins to Wix too. Some of them are free, some of them are paid.
Okay. Third-party plugins. Okay. All right. So I'll take a look and see which ones.
Again, that's only if you can't find the functionality that you're looking for through what Wix already has on offer.
Gotcha. Understood. My kid's coming in. Thank you so much. Great presentation. Thank you.
Is there any other questions from the group? I didn't see. Oh, there's one through the chat. Can a blog be added easily?
Yes, absolutely. No, I mean, Wix does that fairly easily. You can do that either in the add menu. It's down toward the bottom to add a blog. I think there's even a button. Get back to the editor. Yeah, the bottom button on that sort of main editor menu, the one with the icons, is a one to start blogging. So yeah, they really kind of push the blog function on Wix, and yeah, it is very easy to set up. Do we want to see a quick demonstration on the blog? Or?
Sure, let's see it.
All right. Go ahead and share one more time.
We'll keep you for another minute. Thank you.
Okay, so back in my editor mode here. Again.
Oh, all right. So show me that ad also while you're here, real quick.
So again,
so that's that one. Okay.
That's over here. Contact and forms is right here.
Gotcha. Follow you. Okay, understood.
And so for the blog, you can either go down to blog here.
Okay.
Add the site, or this final icon down here is also to start and manage your blog.
Okay.
So I'm going to click add now on that. And it's going to add a Wix blog.
So now how do you get your blog, how is it that what you say in your blog can be publicized?
Oh, I should mention that. Let me go ahead and click next to create the Wix blog. But yeah, once your site is finished and you're ready to share it, it's really easy. There's a little button up here that says publish. As soon as you click publish, your site is available for the world. So
okay, so your site's now for your blog though. How do you have your blog advertised, like on different mediums?
Okay, I mean your blog is part of the website that you're creating. I mean, if you just want it to be a blog, then you just create one page and have it be your blog.
Okay.
You can see, now I have this blog added up in my navigator menu. So to navigate to my blog, I would just click on that. Or you can make that as the home page.
Now, this might be my ignorance, so I apologize in advance. So how do you drive traffic to the blog? Like, is there avenues of advertising the blog within different mediums or different communities, or is it just people finding my blog, reading my blog, and then they advertise?
There are certainly ways of advertising and growing traffic to your blog, and I mean that could probably be a whole separate class. One of the things you want to look into is search engine optimization. That's ways of making it so that your site is easy to find on Google.
Okay.
With blogs in particular, one strategy that people have for gaining traffic is to go and comment on other related blogs.
Okay.
That way, that can maybe spark their interest and get them reading yours as well. And of course, there's always social media campaigns and things like that.
Okay.
So
gotcha.
It's a complicated question, and like I said, that could fill up a whole nother class.
Well, I'm suggesting the class, so hopefully I'll see it
Okay.
soon.
Okay, we might have to do one on social media marketing. All right, let me
There you
go.
go. All right, thank you for that.
Taking everybody's time today. So I'm
Okay,
gonna
good.
go ahead and close this out here, or let Craig close us out. And
Thank you again.
I certainly can. All right. So thank you for joining us for the Delray Beach Public Library's Technology Training and Innovation Lab webinar series. Following today's presentation, you will receive an email with instructions for scheduling a one-on-one follow-up video conference with the presenter, as well as a short survey about your experience at today's webinar. Please continue to visit our website at delraylibrary.org to sign up for more online classes. Check out our many digital resources, or consider making a donation to support programs like this one you've just attended. Thank you.
All right.